And welcome into Central Methodist Soccer as we bring you into Davis Field. The Eagles getting ready to host the Missouri Baptist Spartans. It's a big-time matchup as the Eagles are getting ready for this one, hoping to make it 3 straight wins. Missouri Baptist looking to get back on the right track, and especially on the road. These two squads certainly heading into separate directions. Central Methodist seems a near lock to, at the very least, receive some votes in the next top 25 poll, if not be ranked the next time that a poll is released, while Missouri Baptist, their eyes right now are focused on turning this season around and getting some quality wins, and a quality win this would be if they're able to get one. Currently, they sit at 0-1-2 on the road, just 3 road games. This is their 4th of the season, and so a big-time match for them if they can manage, at the very least, a draw, but especially if they're able to pull out a win. As I mentioned, Central Methodist, they are red hot coming into this game. Back-to-back wins, but not just that, they have won back-to-back games against ranked teams after tying a top 10 team prior to that. They have played their last 4 games against ranked teams. This is their first game in the last 5 that does not come against a ranked team. And with that, these two teams are just about ready to go ahead and get started with kickoff. So before that, let's take you through the starting lineups, as we'll start off with the visiting Missouri Baptist Spartans. Anel Tahirovic is starting up front, along with Keegan Ranney, Jake Champion, and Adele Smolovich. Along with that, in the midfield, Matthew Riley, Shimon Olay, and Logan Russell are starting. And then defensively, Sean Bannon, Craig Moore, and Vuk Stojkovic are the starters. Finally, the keeper is Sean Stone to get things kicked off for Missouri Baptist. And on the CMU side of things, Kuhn Schimol, Robin Vanderwellen, Pelayo Suarez are all starting, along with Vincent Stegmiller, Antoine Harrell, Julian Medaglia, and Ignacio Mate. Behind them, you've got Riemann Biena, who, of course, won the NAIA National Defensive Player of the Week this past week, helping lead the Eagles to back-to-back shutout victories. Biena was a huge part of that. He's looking to keep his strong week going into a strong month of September. Mateo Giora also starts, along with Alton Shabi behind him. And then the keeper for the Eagles, Nicolo Cabras, who, of course, has already continued to show that goalkeeping talent. He's another big part of the defense. We'll see how Cabras and Biena are both going to compete, along with the rest of the starters. Interesting to see both Shabi and Giora in the starting lineup. Aiden Pinto has been moved to the bench, at least for today's game. And with that, we are underway. Kickoff here in Fayette as Central Methodist starts things off with the ball. Starting it to the back, they're going to go ahead and kick it up front early, trying to get one of those side runs going. Not able to find anything just yet, but that's one of the things you're going to see with Central Methodist throughout the entire night, is sending it back and forth up that sideline. They love to make those corner runs when possible, and it's something that's made their offense create as many quality shots as they have. Even if they haven't been able to create as many shots as some other teams, they are of higher quality. Central Methodist gave up the ball. Missouri Baptist, the Spartans, now trying to make something happen here, and the Spartans going to keep the ball kind of around midfield, looking to make something happen, but that Central Methodist defense already showing up early. Riemann Biena had jumped to the ball, took a quick couple of hops there, but seems to be doing just fine on the near sideline. He'll throw it in, and Biena mentioned it earlier. Man, oh man, what a week he had. Not just that, but I mean, it's been a great season for him. Biena, the 6'1" sophomore from Frankfurt, Germany, and helping show things off as the Central Methodist defense gets a takeaway back in their own territory. Now up the sideline, trying to get a cross in. Central Methodist not able to find that foot of a teammate just yet. Just passing it back and forth so far, and the Eagles, they're going to be in no rush here. They are the favorite in this game for maybe the first time in their last 5 games. Well, I would have to assume for sure the favorite for the first time in the last 5 games. The only one where that was really a question would have been back against Missouri Valley when, of course, you're hosting a team that had been struggling, but would still say at that point in time Missouri Valley was likely the favorite. The other games certainly would have been the ranked teams, either at home or on the road regardless. You saw number 8 William Penn, number 2 Mid-America Nazarene, and number 21 Clark as part of that 4-game stretch against ranked opponents. Going 2-1-1 over that stretch. The only loss coming against the now number 2 team in the nation, Mid-America Nazarene. Central Methodist trying to show that that's not a fluke. And so far early on, they've had the ball in the offensive attacking third of the field a majority of the time, but yet to create a shot opportunity. Still just 3 minutes into the game here. And in a 0-0 game, you're really trying to set the pace early. You don't want to get into another one of those wait-and-see games like you had 1 week ago here in Fayette back against Missouri Valley. And it was a great way to finish the game for Central Methodist, ending up getting the victory late. But you'd love to have that goal a little bit earlier and be able to show off that defensive side. Not be so focused on the attacking effort. The kick coming from the keeper, Sean Stone. Stone from London, England. He's playing alongside the other keeper, Evan Bash. Bash not starting today, but Bash has got off to a great start of the season. Stone is looking to replicate what he's seen. Stone a little bit more experienced, the 6'3 junior out of the University of Mobile. He transferred here to Missouri Baptist recently, and this is now his 7th start of the season. Central Methodist still keeping possession up and as an attacking play, but again, yet to create an opportunity out of it. And Missouri Baptist just trying to take the ball away and keep possession of it at this point in time. CMU's been doing a great job of getting some takeaways, but now all of a sudden, Missouri Baptist, they've got a counterattack on the near side of the field. Trying to get it set up, but a couple of poor touches, and the ball was taken away by CMU once again. The Eagles looking for really anything to find some space so that they can create that play that they're looking for. Going to look to switch the field, and mentioned Riemann Biena, but Alton Shabi, of course, a key part here, and he'll look to play as the ball is played up the field, but right out the goal line. It'll be a corner kick. Central Methodist getting ready to go, and this will be their first real opportunity of the game, despite having the ball basically exclusively in that front third. Corner kick coming up, and 5 white jerseys are in the box. Those white jerseys, the Central Methodist Eagles uniforms. Got the white shorts as well. The Navy uniforms, Missouri Baptist. Long corner kick. It's to the back, and the kick not able to keep it in bounds, and it goes back for a goal kick. And it was Shabi who tried to keep it in play, but just not able to get the foot on it that he was hoping for. Central Methodist pressuring early here and trying to get a takeaway. Very aggressive, but it allows for a pass up the field, and now Biena trying to stay in position there and nearly had it back out off of Biena, but they said that the ball was out of play beforehand. Central Methodist able to keep the throw in and quickly put it back into play after the foul is called. So far early on, it's been a lot of takeaways from both sides. Seen some great tackling and interceptions, but Still looking for that shot attempt. So far, no attempts on goal. And a good pass up the sideline here. Missouri Baptist going to have a run into the corner. The cross comes in. No, it gets batted away and now kicked out of bounds. That's a big play by the Central Methodist defense. And a throw-in is coming for the Spartans. And that's exactly why the Eagles were able to pitch back-to-back shutouts, is because of the ability of the defense to do just that. Quick throw-in coming, and in the corner, Missouri Baptist looking to cross. They get it centralized, but not able to find a teammate's foot. Now Missouri Baptist clearing it, trying to find some space. And a sky ball here as it goes up the right sideline and out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Spartans. And Missouri Baptist, they come into this game 2-4-2 on the season. 2 wins, 4 losses, 2 draws. And in conference play, sitting at 1-2-1. So they've got a conference win under their belt. That's not what they're looking to break. It's that road win that they're still looking for. Both of their wins on the season have come at home, and well, Central Methodist, they got that big win on the road at Clark. Maybe the most impressive win on their schedule so far. Though, of course, that's always a heated game between them and Missouri Valley. So, regardless of who hosts, you know it's going to draw a crowd and be a fun atmosphere. It's a game that Missouri Valley had won last year, but Central Methodist able to come away with this season. Still no shot attempts yet, although Central Methodist now in possession of the ball. Missouri Baptist able to get a little bit more of an offensive going. Had a little bit of time in possession, and so CMU kind of holding back and saying, all right, let's calm things down and get ready to set up a play. And the Eagles going back and forth on the defensive line. Biena, double teamed, now gets it back to Shabby, who goes all the way back to Cabras. Might as well play the keep. CMU has not seen anything go their way, although Biena is sneaking up the sideline. Not enough to get a aggressive cross, and instead trying to push it up the sideline. It goes out of bounds. Throw in for Missouri Baptist. CMU able to get the ball back for a split second. And then a free kick. Another opportunity here for the Eagles, although not going to play aggressive and just dish it back to the defensive side. Looking for a run up the sideline, not there, but back up. Here's a shot attempt, but it goes well wide right. Not what CMU was hoping for, and it remains tied at 0-0 on the missed shot attempt. Over 10 minutes into the game now, and still these two teams have certainly looked even so far. Out the gates, it was CMU playing aggressively and able to get a couple of runs going, but still no shot attempts. Only one shot taken in the first 10 minutes, and that was just a few moments ago by the Eagles. The shot coming from Julian Medaglia. And now another attempt onto the left side of the goal and just missed the post. Oh, man. Huge opportunity there, but not quite able to get it. Shot came from Pelayo Suarez. And Suarez just wide on the attempt. I tell you what, that was a huge chance for Central Methodist. Suarez is going to be hoping he had that one back. on the season. Suarez just 2 goals on 15 shot opportunities now. But he has been able to at least convert 2 of them. 2 goals, 2 assists. He's got 6 points, which would actually put him in the team lead on Missouri Baptist. Nobody has more than 6 points on the Missouri Baptist side, and that, of course, is former Eagle Anthony Capitelli, who I assume we're going to see tonight. What a story that'll be as he returns to Central Methodist. 3 goals on the season for Anthony Capitelli, native of Collinsville, Illinois. Although all 8 of his games that he's played in this season, he's played in all 8 of them, but all 8 have come off the bench. Hasn't really affected him too much, though. You look at the Eagles scoring, and they're really getting goals and assists from everywhere that you can. Of course, the forwards, Schamoll and Vanduel, both of them have 3 or more goals. Schimmel's got 3, Vanduel 4. And they've combined for 18 points. And a quick takeaway here on the back line. Nearly had another big chance for CMU, but instead, Missouri Baptist able to recover. And heavy contact there on the near sideline, and a foul goes against Central Methodist. That one on Ignacio Mate. Mate from Madrid, Spain. He was a teammate of Pelayo Suarez at Northeast Oklahoma A&M. Quick takeaway for CMU, but Missouri Baptist able to stay on it. Good shot opportunity, but it goes right at the keeper, and that's what you have Cabras back there for. He's able to bring that in with relative ease, good positioning, and the first shot from Missouri Baptist is no good. Remains 0-0, just about 15 minutes into the game. And CMU, a little bit of miscommunication on that attempt. Schamoll was trying to go outside on the give and go to Mate, but Mate held back, wasn't sure he was ready for the pass, and it's a takeaway for Missouri Baptist. The Spartans still trying to get that offense going, although they were able to get that first shot. The attempt came from Keegan Ranney. Ranney, a native of Lee Summit, Missouri. And he's one of the key shot takers on this team. Started 7 of the 8 games, and he did play in the other one. 2 goals on the season, 1 assist. He's got 5 total points and has done so on 13 shots. Team's second leading shot taker, only behind Jake Champion, who's taken 21 shots but scored just once this season. So Champion hoping to get a little bit more effective with his shot taking. And Randy, not too bad of a split for him. We'll see who's going to be the real difference makers on this Missouri Baptist side, but before that, they've got to get into good positions here. Randy had worked himself into a good position for the one shot that they took, but it was still a long shot, to say the least. Central Methodist trying to get a little bit closer, a key opportunity to cross it, but got a little too close to the goal line and had to punch it quick. Ends up going out the back line, and another goal kick coming for Missouri Baptist. Still 0-0, and, well, with the Central Methodist defense performing the way that it has been, not a shocker to see the Spartans held off the scoreboard early on. Although Central Methodist, they've still scored at least once in every single match this season. looking to keep that streak alive here, although they had nearly lost it against Missouri Valley. Took them late into the game to score that first goal. So could be seeing something similar here, but it is still early on. Miscommunication again, but this time from Missouri Baptist. Ball goes out the sideline. The Eagles getting a quick throw-in. Crossing the field, and that one over the outstretched foot of Biena. Another toss comes for Missouri Baptist. Biena was there to take it away, but before he could pounce on the ball, it's called out of bounds. Biena getting ready to throw it in front of his coaches, led by Adam Galla in his third season at CMU. So far, it's not been too bad. 21-15 and 8 overall record at CMU, but this is his 13th season as a head coach. Go back to coaching at Westminster and Lakeland before then, as a foul is called, and this not a good spot to give up a free kick. Missouri Baptist, an opportunity now. Just outside the 20-yard line, and we'll see who ends up taking this. Shimon Ole standing over the ball at the moment. And Ole, 7 shots on the season. Not sure if he'll be the one to take a shot, but he seems certainly more of a guy to pass the ball. We'll have to wait and see. Center ref motioning to the wall of defenders. Now blows the whistle. A shot comes in, but Cabras is there. He wraps it up and goes to the ground. Another save for Nicolo Cabras. Make that 2 for him on the game, and he continues his strong season. Cabras, this is his 10th game. He's played in all 10 and continues to show that he's one of the best keepers that you're going to find. Central Methodist unable to get the counterattack going their way. Spartans tried a little too aggressively there, and Eagles get the ball back to Cabras for a quick clearance. A little bit of danger, but danger averted. Central Methodist trying to get the ball back. Missouri Baptist, they're feeling a little bit more confident as of late. They've been holding possession of the ball for the last minute or so. Now looking to set up a run. They've got some space on the left side. Pushing it to the far side now looking to center it, and it's just over the head of the attacker and out the back line. That was a great cross, but just a little bit over the head of the attacker. Goal kick comes for CMU, and it was Anel Tahirovic who was there and in a good spot, but unable to get the head on the ball. So Cabras waiting for the center ref, and now says all right, and just gets the simple kick off to the sideline. Central Methodist, they had started off this game so strong, and then they were able to rebuild that momentum with a couple of shot opportunities, but Missouri Baptist over these last couple of minutes have really started locking things down, and they feel a little more in control. Logan Russell had it for a little bit, then passed it up the sideline, and trying to get some space there. Jonathan Holmsteinson was unable to find any area to work with and gave the ball away. Eagles now on the far side. Nice cut back in and going out to the far sideline, now to the near. Biena back to Shabi. Shabi looking for the long pass, and he gets it there off the thigh. Now into the corner, pass back, looking to centralize, but the kick is batted away, and throw-in comes deep in Missouri Baptist territory. Looking for someone to throw it into. Nobody there, but there to keep it in on the sideline. Now a clearance. It gets through the penalty area, but now back out the near side as Missouri Baptist looks to take possession and keep it. It was a strong takeaway back there, and Logan Russell, the one who was able to do so. Russell, not too much playing time this season. He was making his first start of the season. He had played in 4 games, all coming off the bench prior to this point, totaled just 116 minutes. But Russell called a starter, and a whistle is blown as a Missouri Baptist player is down on the far side of the field. So a stoppage of play with 21:33 to go in the first half. Still tied 0-0, and the trainer going on to check on him. Hopefully he's all right. And I've been impressed with the way that Missouri Baptist has really stood up here on the road. The Spartans, of course, coming into this game off of a 3-0 loss at home. However, that was to number 16 Grandview, who, man, they had started off the season just great. Of course, 3-0 victory is going to prove that even more, but that was the second loss of conference play for Missouri Baptist. The Spartans are headed by Jake Alvernia. His 13th season at Missouri Baptist, and all time he's got a winning record, 106, 96, and 26. Of course, he led Missouri Baptist to an NAIA tournament berth back in 2018. And his assistant coach this season, Jack Ridley, along with him. Of course, mentioned Adam Galla earlier. And Galla joined by Ignacio Mila. And, of course, Daniel Miranda as well, the grad assistant. Still time taken here as they take a look at the man down on the field. Hoping that he's all right over there, sitting on the far 20-yard line. But Missouri Baptist right now, they really can't afford to lose a player. Tough game here, and one that would be a statement win if they could get it. You look at how this season's gone, and prior to that loss, they'd actually been looking up. Took a 3-3 draw against University of Northwestern Ohio. Northwestern Ohio, I mean, they were a team that was receiving votes most recent top 25, and so that tie kind of sparked some momentum for this Missouri Baptist side. They then got the win against Culver Stockton and then drew on the road at William Woods. So those are some important decisions. But prior to that, they had 3 losses in their first 4 games. Our only win came by 1 goal at home against Concordia University. So they had really needed that recent stretch, and unfortunately for them, unable to keep that momentum in their favor, especially when they needed it most, because they've got 3 straight games away from home. They don't return home to Spartan Field until October 11th. So about 2.5 weeks from now is the next time they'll be at home. And that's against Mount Mercy, and they'll play at Park University and then at Graceland University coming up next as we get back to play here in Fayette as Central Methodist and Missouri Baptist square off in this one. Still scoreless, and a couple of shot attempts from each team, but no huge opportunities so far. CMU looking good out of the break. Long cross coming to the back post, not able to get it. It falls to the foot of a Eagle. He crosses it back in, still not able to find a teammate. Central Methodist just has to clear it to the back line and not able to get anything. Once again, a strong opportunity. That's what you're looking for coming out of a stoppage of play. Missouri Baptist playing on their back heels right now. Long throw coming in. It's a good one, and now a run comes on the far side, but great help on the defensive effort. Alton Shabi tracking back over and able to knock it out. That was good help defense right there. His teammate got past, and Shabi was there. Make sure that Missouri Baptist doesn't get a run going. Spartans ball on the ground and able to get another interception. Trying to put on a good move here, and it is a good one at that. Now to the backside. Oh, Schimmel's got some space. He's going to slow down. Into the penalty area he goes, looking for a cross. Now lets a teammate have it. Back out to Biena. Biena some space. Up the sideline to Mate. Mate back to Biena. Biena in the penalty area, looking for an opportunity, trying to centralize, and nobody was home. Takeaway for Missouri Baptist yet again, deep in their own territory. And Missouri Baptist playing that nail-biting defense right now, but it's working. So far, still 0-0. As we're over 25 minutes into this one. 19 minutes to go in the first half. And Missouri Baptist, they're on their heels right now, but they've got clear possession, and they can slow it down how they want, but a rough pass from the keeper, and Sean Stone not able to locate that one well as it goes out the sideline. Shamol comes out of the game, and so do a couple other Eagles. As Andrew Ward and Milton Olin check into the game. Ignacio Mate out of the game, along with Robin Vanduel, and beside him, Antoine Hurrell. So, 4-player change right there. Central Methodist saying, hey, we want fresh legs in, and we'll see if that helps them. Of course, that's usually a key to success when it comes to a deep team like CMU is. They certainly get help off the bench. Andrew Ward's got a goal on the season, and Alvin Bromhagen, I think that's someone worth mentioning. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists, all off the bench this year in the 5 games that he's played. What a start to the season for him. The Swedish senior. Bromhagen did check in along with Ilhan Diversevic. And Diversevic, talk about the last time that the Eagles were at home. He had his 1 goal of the season on the 1 shot that he took. It was the game winner. So Diversevic coming back into the game for Central Methodist. He's making his first appearance of the night. We'll see if he can make a difference in this one like he did 1 week ago. CMU able to get the ball deep into the other side, but Olin not able to keep possession. Had a couple of just trying to keep the ball in front of him kicks. Ends up going out the goal line, and another goal kick for Missouri Baptist. Feels like ever since that stoppage of play, it's been really all CMU. Keegan Randy coming out of the game and Django Jibbo coming into the game. And Jibbo just a freshman replacing the senior forward. Mentioned earlier, Randy had that shot on goal, and he's been one of the key shot takers this season. So with him out, we'll see how Missouri Baptist responds, but so far, able to put some pressure on, and now some space on the right side. Looking for a couple of good touches here. Taking some time, not able to find the cross, and it goes out of bounds. Had a real opportunity there, but Gavin Hollowell just not able to keep the ball at his feet. Raymond Biena trying to dribble the ball up the sideline. Just able to keep it in bounds, and then knocked it off Jibbo for a throw-in. Biena up top, trying to find the foot of a teammate, and Biena just says, I'm going to kick this one as far as I can. Well, not too bad of a choice. It slows things down, although you don't get the opportunity to set something up yourself. You go the safe option with that, and with the way the momentum feels right now, you're okay with going the safe option. Although an aggressive takedown there on the far side results in a quick talking to from the center ref. And now Missouri Baptist going the other way into the corner. Oh, a nice move there. Push it back into the middle of the penalty area, but stopped in its tracks. A great takeaway. And the steal for Central Methodist. That defense once again showing up and showing out. Biena puts it back to the middle of the field. And it goes to the far side. Not looking for a counterattack. Instead, looking to set something up themselves. Kicking it back, and it goes out of bounds. The throw-in to Missouri Baptist, and that does not make the Eagles happy. They say it just barely bounced up off there and goes out of bounds. So the Eagles still looking for that opportunity. Biena in a good spot, trying to centralize it, but once again, it's batted away. That one intended to get it to Bromhagen, who I mentioned earlier. And these two teams still scoreless at this point. Just about a third of the way through the game. 13 minutes to go in the first half, and Missouri Baptist going to have another opportunity. Nice move, but once again, Cabras is there. Now, you can't get anything by that guy, I tell you what. Central Methodist now trying their best to put on their own aggression, but still not able to. Biena tried to send that one up the field and instead sent it a little higher than he was intending. Eventually goes out of bounds and a Missouri Baptist throw-in, but a poor touch. And it's a giveaway by Adel Smolovich. Throw in from Biena is able to get it in and eventually finds its way back to him. But Missouri Baptist able to keep it from going out of bounds. Long play up the sideline, and it'll end up a goal kick for CMU. And Nicolo Cabras, he has been a busy man tonight. 3 saves, all 3 shots taken by Missouri Baptist have been on goal so far. Central Methodist has yet to take a shot on goal. Both of their shots that they've taken have missed the target. However, Central Methodist does have that one corner kick. Just one corner kick between these two teams so far. And that's resulted in few opportunities. 3 fouls for each team. And the Spartans looking for their own opportunity. They're going to have one here as Django Jibbo runs it up the sideline. Tries to pass it back. Not able to as CMU is there to take it away. Nice job by Olin to find his way to the ball. Now back up, and Pelayo Suarez is there, and that's a takedown. That's a talking to and a yellow card as they offer that one to Adel Smolovich. Smolovich, the 5'11 freshman from Oakville, Missouri. And Smolovich just a little overzealous on that play, and you're going to see that from freshmen once in a while. But he's certainly had his fair share of playing time this season, despite his youth. 8 games played. Well, 9 games played if you include this one. This was his 7th start of the year. Taken quite a few shots as well. 11 shots for him entering this game. And despite the free kick, it came from far enough back that the Eagles couldn't really do anything too much with it. So a couple of substitutions for Missouri Baptist. They bring in Tertius Aucamp. Along with that, they bring in Anthony Capitelli, who I mentioned earlier. I'll be interested to see how Capitelli is going to play against his former team. Capitelli, a grad student who now plays for Missouri Baptist, but did play for Central Methodist prior to his time at MBU. Safe to say it trained him well. He leads the team in goals. 3 goals on the season for Capitelli. Now trying to give it the go-ahead for his new squad. Biena looking to send one over the top, but nobody's home, and the keeper, Stone, able to leap up and grab it out of the air. Not a shot attempt on that one, but was trying to create a shot attempt. Good takeaway on the far side from Central Methodist. Now trying to put it into the middle and not quite able to go there. And a free kick is coming deep in Missouri Baptist territory. And Bromhagen went to the ground on that one. Had the ball at his feet and ended up facing a lot of contact. So now Central Methodist setting up to either take a shot or send it over the top. This is a very centralized position. More than okay taking a shot here. That's Biena and Wilson Belander. Biena takes the shot, and it's off to the right. Not able to find the net. And the third shot attempt of the game for Central Methodist, once again, off target. And a goal kick coming up for the Spartans. Missouri Baptist right now able to avoid any quality shots. Really making the job easy for Sean Stone as well. Stone on the season, save percent, 56.7. He's allowed 13 of 30 shots on goal to go in, and hasn't been a great season for him, but could be a little worse. So hoping to have that turnaround. He's put himself in a position that he could still have a very good year if he's able to get back on the right track. And well, Stone hasn't been tested at all today. Not a single save for him. On the other side, though, Cabras. He had entered this game with 40 saves, now up to 43 on the season. 43 saves to the 11 goals allowed. Last year, his save percentage was 81%. This year, it's a tad below that, just shy of 80. One more save and he'll be at 80%. Although, of course, Central Methodist would prefer he doesn't get a save and he just isn't tested. Though that's unlikely to happen the rest of the way. Still a full half to play, and 5 minutes to go left in the first half as well. CMU looking for some space, instead going out wide. Biena's there, looking to cross it, finds his way in, but again, Missouri Baptist there to break it up. Now a long pass up the side. Here's some speed on the far sideline. They get it. A touch there is going to slow it down, though, and Tahirovic just not quite able to keep the speed. Now a central ball, but it's tipped off the foot of a defender and into the gloves of Cabras. Huge play on the far side. Is once again Central Methodist able to avoid a near for sure goal. It was a great pass to put it into the middle of the field. CMU hoping to get something going their way here in the final few minutes of the first half. After beating back-to-back ranked teams, facing an unranked team at home, now they're hoping to really show off, although does not look like it's going to be that way. Missouri Baptist saying, hey, we're here to play. Good ball into the middle, but it gets kicked away once more. A throw incoming, deep in Spartan territory. Still looking to centralize. Here's the pass, and there were two white jerseys there, but Sean Stone was the first one to the ball. He's able to grab it and send his teammates up the field. And as soon as it started, the threat from the Eagles is over. Run up the far side now, and Anthony Capitelli, he was trying to get to the ball and Goes out of bounds off of Central Methodist. I don't think there's anyone more motivated to score today than Capitelli. But he, of course, has to get the positioning to do so. You can see him trying to find some space, but not able to get the ball past his way. Central Methodist trying to go for a run up the far sideline. Not many numbers to push up, and so CMU slows it down to pass it back behind midfield. Biena once again on the near sideline. He's had a couple of passes into the middle, but just hasn't been able to find that perfect pass yet. Central Methodist from the far side, though, working for a good spot to set it up. Instead, they get it to the back line again. Couple of good passes, nice give and go. Biena now back up front. Olin looking to put it over and not quite able to do so. Was tipped away, and looks like we're going to have a corner kick. This is just the second corner kick of the game for either team. Both of them have been for Central Methodist. And it's going to be coming with 1 minute to go. Looking for a last-minute shot here before the end of the first half. The cross comes in. It's to the back post. It's punched out of the air. Great stop by Stone, but it's not out of danger just yet. And now Missouri Baptist. Oh, they've got some numbers here. On the far side, who's going to be there? Going to the ground. No whistles blow. And with that, or were there? No whistles were blown. It seemed like everyone kind of came to a stop for a second, but Central Methodist kind of taking their time now. But all of a sudden, Missouri Baptist, once again, 15 seconds to go in the first half. Will they get one shot off? 10. Trying to keep the ball. 10 seconds to go near the sideline. It's out of play, and with that, that will do it for the first half. So through one, it's tied 0-0. We remain scoreless in Fayette. And a look at these two teams. Missouri Baptist's 4 shots, all 4 have been on goal. Some great goalkeeping by Nicolo Cabras today. On the Central Methodist side, just 3 shots. None of them have been on target. That's certainly going to be something that they're going to talk about in the locker room. But they've got some time to do that, and until they come back out of the locker rooms, we're going to go ahead and hit a quick break. We'll be back in about 14 or so minutes here with more Eagles versus Spartans soccer after the break. And welcome back into Central Methodist Eagles soccer as they take on Missouri Baptist Spartans here. Half number 2 just about to get started. It's tied 0-0 between these two sides, and, well, one of them is looking for a goal. Well, both of them are looking for goals, but we'll see if either of them are able to get one or multiple, as so far it's been a clean sheet for both teams. Central Methodist, they come into this game having shut out their last two sides that they've faced, hoping to keep the shutout going for 3 straight games, but we'll see if they can do that as they have 45 minutes to play. Central Methodist starting things off, quickly taking the ball away and getting it back in their own territory, looking to get aggressive early on. Back out of the gates in the first half, we saw them try and take a couple of passes. Here's a header, and it goes over the bar and out for a goal kick. Oh, what an opportunity. That was dead to rights on goal, but just couldn't get the header on target. Kuhn Shamol was right there, and a beautiful pass from the outside, but just couldn't connect for the goal. And that's why you try and get aggressive early, because it gets you opportunities like that. But a quick foul early on by Giora gives it right on back to Missouri Baptist as they'll look to counter their own attack. The Spartans getting the ball back and trying to find a couple of passes here. Back in the first half, they had 4 shots, but all 4 shots were on goal. Cabras was there every time, however. Cabras continuing to show off his goalkeeping ability. And Central Methodist, you have to go all the way back to September 13th against William Penn, the last time they let up a goal, but an opportunity for Missouri Baptist, and what a save! Nicolo Cabras extends to deny the shot from Missouri Baptist. Django Gibbo on the shot attempt, but not able to get that one because Cabras able to knock it away. Right at the last second, and I mentioned it earlier how great of a game he's having. He just stepped it up with maybe his greatest play of the night. His 5th save of the match. And Missouri Baptist still able to keep the ball. A free kick coming once again. They'll have another shot here. The cross comes in. It's to the backside of the goal. It's not cleared very well. Popped up. Central Methodist still has it back in their own side. Able to kick it away. Oh, but a poor touch there. Lost the ball. Central Methodist able to get it back and kick it up to about midfield. Gets it out of danger for now. And Central Methodist breathing a sigh of relief after that. Couple of quick opportunities for both sides, and a foul goes against Vanduel, who was pushed back trying to take that one away. Not able to do so cleanly, and the Spartans able to quickly grab momentum right back. Trying to get a couple of good passes here. Oh, a great give and go, but Gibbo's not able to find it. The keeper, Cabras, was there to pick it back up before Gibbo could get there. Now back to the far side. Biena cutting back to the inside, trying to spin around, kicks it backwards, and it goes out of bounds off of him. The Eagles have gone 5 consecutive halves without allowing a goal. Trying to make it 6 halves in a row. But if they don't score, regardless if they shut out Missouri Baptist, they won't get the win. And anything less than a win is not what Central Methodist is aiming for tonight. Especially coming in with the momentum that they have, they'll find it a bit of a disappointment if they can't come up with a win. Ultimately, Missouri Baptist, while of course you want to win, you wouldn't be nearly as disappointed in a tie as Central Methodist would, especially being on the road and with how they've performed on the road. So Missouri Baptist right now fighting to stay alive. Cross comes in and nearly to Shamol. He's not able to find it. Back to the foot of an Eagle, but not able to keep it in front of him. Central Methodist trying to get the takeaway, but not able to cleanly receive it. Throw in for Missouri Baptist. Central Methodist, man, they still have yet to get a shot on goal. Right now, that's got to be your focus. It's just putting one and at least making Sean Stone work a little bit. Slide tackle attempt was not timed well, came in from behind. Ranny complaining, but not going to get a card. It'll be a common foul. And another foul against the Eagles. And that makes it their 6th foul of the game. And the ball goes out of bounds on a dribble move on the near sideline. And Medallia was there. He said, that one is out, and kind of raised his hand there, and he was right. Central Methodist able to get the ball back. Biena on the far sideline. Passes it back to Mate. Mate, long cross. Suarez is there on the near side. Now trying to go to the backside. Ooh, a nice run from Shamol. He's able to find some space. Passes it backward and went under the foot of a teammate. Not quite what they had imagined, but able to put it back on the far side. Medallia not able to get the touch with the left foot. Trying to put it back into the corner. Throw-in comes for Missouri Baptist. Champion pushing up, and Champion, but before that, a card comes against Suarez. Pelayo Suarez gets the card, and that is the second yellow card of the game for the center ref. One went to Missouri Baptist, and now the first of the game to Central Methodist. The yellow card went to Smolovich earlier for Missouri Baptist. Suarez now gets one for CMU. And Suarez, a key part of this team. You see all the action that he gets, offensively especially. Able to get a nutmeg there as CMU tries to push it up the sideline. There's Vanduel, tries to push it up, and this one a little bit dangerous, but not quite into the spot where Central Methodist was able to do anything with it. Stone able to grab it back, and quick pressure, but nothing to it from Central Methodist. So the Eagles eventually slowly work back the ball, but Missouri Baptist had a couple of numbers, not able to keep the ball in their possession, though. They work it back now to the outside. Trying to send it down the field, but nobody was there at the moment. Still able to keep it, but not doing too much with it. Jibbo looking to find Ranny, but intercepted for a second. Missouri Baptist has it right back. Working the ball to Russell. Russell trying to find his way up the sideline. Good dribble move there. He's caught up, and that's not going to get a whistle, though. Missouri Baptist thought it should have been, but they're able to keep the ball. Oh, a nice behind-the-back touch. Now here's an opportunity trying to centralize to Ranny. No one's there as Ranny couldn't quite reach to the ball. Central Methodist once again avoiding danger, but we'll see how long they can. Missouri Baptist feels like they're deserving a goal right now. Oh, great step two from Julian Medallia. Able to knock that one back out. However, goal kick coming for Missouri Baptist. The corner kick. Going to take some time here as they flood the goal. Kick comes in. It's a far one to the backside, headed out by CMU. Not clear of the attacking side. Still back to the near side, though, and here's some space as they look to get it into the middle once again, and it is going out for a corner kick. Matthew O'Reilly had plenty of time there here on the near sideline on that last play, and well, before that, the center referee blows his whistle because it looks like the goal got knocked out of place. Now he blows the whistle as they're ready to go. Corner kick coming back in. Going to the far side, and the back post is headed out once again. Another corner kick coming here for Missouri Baptist. CMU just can't clear the ball right now. And yet another corner comes. 35 minutes to go in the game. Still tied at 0. The cross coming in. It's a good kick. Not able to find the space, though, and eventually batted away. Still, O'Reilly's there, looking to find it into the penalty area. CMU able to get a takeaway. Not a clean clearance, though. Able to keep it in bounds, however. Vanduel passes it back to the middle. Now up the sideline, and it goes out, or does it? No, not quite. Had a bit of spin on it. Looked like it was going to go out of bounds, but able to stay in up the sideline. Now some pressure, and the keeper, Stone, able to get it away, but looked for a second like he might not. And once again, the Spartans going to slow things down. They're playing cool, calm, and collected. Who will be the first to get on the board, or will there be a score? This feels a lot like 1 week ago today here in Fayette when Central Methodist had the game winner with less than 15 minutes to go in the game. It was Diversevich who had the game-winning shot, the substitute for Central Methodist. His shot came in the 75th minute of the game. We're now 2/3 of the way, almost, through the match. 33 minutes to go. We'll be 2/3 of the way in 3 minutes. Maybe jump the gun a little bit there. My math is not clicking right now, but regardless, it's not hard to add zeros. That's what the scoreboard remains at the moment. Julian Medaglia walking up for the throw-in. Medaglia gets it in bounds, now back to himself, looking for the cross. It's a good one, and it's headed out the back. Corner kick coming for Central Methodist. It'll be their third of the game. And Central Methodist, another opportunity here in the second half. And they had the one right out the gates in the first minute or so of the half, but now looking for a second shot. So far, just the 4 shots on the game, none on goal. And the kick coming in, it's well past the goal. Now trying to put it back on the ground. Not able to get a clean foot on it. Vienna trying to send it in, and it's blocked away. Still, Central Methodist has the ball. Now a long pass. Here's some space. Trying to go with the header, but Stone is there. Picks it up out of the air. Stone now able to slow it down, and Central Methodist, man, have they had some chances. Still no shots on goal, though. Despite all the attempts. Although the first shot was not on goal from Missouri Baptist, so maybe we'll say the difference for Central Methodist soon. Battling for it on the near sideline, and CMU trying to find some space. That was close to the line, but they call him onside. Schimel up to the corner, trying to put it on the ground, but blocked away. Another corner kick for Central Methodist. Couple of subs here as well. Milton Olin coming into the game for CMU. Takes out Robin Vanduel, I believe that is. Looking for the corner kick. It's to the backside once again. Header comes back in, but not able to find it in the field of play, and it's back out for a goal kick once more. So now with just 30 minutes to play, it remains tied at 0. Central Methodist, no shots on goal today. Playing it back to the keeper, Cabras just has to kick it, and it's not a great kick as it goes far out of bounds. Not too far up the sideline, so a throw-in for Missouri Baptist. They'll continue to apply pressure. Russell sends it up the sideline, but not able to get it in to a teammate, and now Olin has it for Central Methodist. Step over, and he gets it back. Olin up the far sideline. Gets it away and cleared back up. CMU still in possession. Giora passes it back out, and Medallia not a clean handle. Russell back in to O'Reilly. Back to Russell. And a good block there by Schimel. Schimel trying to keep it in bounds. Not able to do so, however. And he was moments away from centering up a potential go-ahead shot. Goal kick for Sean Stone. Stone, a native of London, England, coming over to the U.S. and playing here for Missouri Baptist. A couple of players come from England on this team, including Jake Champion, who I mentioned earlier. Champion from Barnsley, England. Just a freshman, but he's the leading shot taker on this squad. Missouri Baptist trying to work the ball back as CMU still unable to find those clean goal-scoring efforts. And so a substitution here for the Spartans, as Anel Tahirovic checks into the game. Quick throw in, and Missouri Baptist able to stay with the ball for now, but not too long as they'll move it to the back. Russell trying to send it up. And a nice step, too, from Medallia. Medallia thought the ball might have been out of bounds, but they continue to play, and now near the track, they call a foul against O'Reilly, and with that, whistle blows, and a yellow card comes out for O'Reilly. So another yellow. That's the second yellow of the game against Missouri Baptist. First on O'Reilly. Now O'Reilly and Smolovich both have yellows. Pelayo Suarez, the only yellow on Central Methodist. 26 minutes to play, and the center ref jotting the yellow card down in his notebook, and now good to go. CMU trying to get this offense going, and the offense hasn't really had too many explosive efforts this season. And they did have a couple early in the year. They had back-to-back games where they combined for 10 goals scored in the last game of August and the first game of September, back against Kansas Wesleyan and Central Baptist. They won on an aggregate of 10-1 over those 2 days. And so they've had that explosive offense, but outside of those 2 games, they haven't managed more than 2 goals in a single game. And looking for a long pass in, not a great clearance. It's on the ground. Now the keeper goes to the ground, able to keep it. The shot coming in, and it's high. Had an opportunity there, but once again, the shot not on target from CMU. It was Ilhan Diversevic. And Diversevic, he had the game winner that week ago. He thought for a second he might have had the game winner in back-to-back games. Of course, there's still 24 minutes to play, but at this point in the night, you are thinking that one goal could certainly be the difference. Central Methodist hoping that go-ahead goal is going to be rewarded to them. Both of these teams have fought hard throughout the night. And Mateo Guiora, nice move on the ground, but trying to pass it up the sideline was not a crisp pass, and now Guiora will hustle back to get on defense. Opportunity for O'Reilly as he pushes up the sideline. Has to turn back around, though, and give it away. Once again, Suarez this time trying to get in on the takeaway, but not able to put himself in position for it. Missouri Baptist haven't gotten aggressive with it over this past minute or so of possession. Haven't really been in a position to get themselves a ball upfield. And they've got some shot creators for sure. Smolovich, champion, Ranny. It's just a matter of getting them the ball at their feet in the right time. O'Reilly, a great pass to the outside. Here's an opportunity. The centralization is not there. Not able to get it. Once again, Cabras able to get himself in the way. The defense trying to play and able to get a shot that goes well over the crossbar and out the back line. A couple of attempts there for Missouri Baptist. Just not able to get that one to go. So still, we remain tied at 0. Just over 20 minutes to play. Guiora gets it back to Cabras. Cabras boots it up off the ground, and Missouri Baptist able to get a takeaway. They'll have another opportunity. Breakaway up the left side. Left foot comes in. Cabras is there on the ground. The clearance. And Cabras once again comes up clutch for Central Methodist. Ball not cleared yet, though. Trying to put it back in the middle, and CMU able to keep that one in bounds. Great clearance there from Mate. Able to send it up the middle of the field. And now Missouri Baptist playing it back. And man, oh man, Nicolo Cabras, what can you not say about him tonight? He has been absolutely stellar back there. He has saved all 6 of the shots on goal so far. Has seen 9 shots come his way in total. He has been kept on his toes and still holds a shutout. Central Methodist, they have 7 shots tonight. Not a single one of them is on goal, however. Sean Stone yet to make a save. We'll see if CMU can get that going their way. Some contact, not enough to call a foul. CMU still with the ball at their feet at the top of the penalty area. Not able to get the shot off. Trying to find a clean chance. You're not going to get that at this point. And another run for Missouri Baptist. Here they go deep into the penalty area. Cabras once again. He knocks it out. And a player goes down as well for Missouri Baptist. And so with that, the referee will come and check and blow the whistle with just over 20 minutes to go. There was a lot of contact on that play. And the trainers are being whistled onto the field. Cabras is on the ground for Central Methodist, and Missouri Baptist also does not want to lose another player. Not at this point in the game, and that was a great effort from both sides, really, but Cabras, of course, who's been pressured all night, still able to come up with the big play, and the trainers checking on both parties, hoping that they're all right at this point in time. 20:06 to go. What a game Cabras has been having. 7 saves, no goals allowed. Cabras looked like he was about to sit back up. We'll see what the update is here. Kind of waiting on both players at this point in time. And it's Jake Champion, the one who was down for Missouri Baptist. He was the one that was running up the field and took the shot. His momentum and Cabras' momentum both colliding. Champion walks off the field. He's now on the track, walking over to the bench. He was very slow. Cabras is standing up on his own right now. Still looks shaken up, and Cabras appears that he'll try and stay in the game. The backup keeper for the Eagles, Alejandro Gonzalez, he's appeared in just 1 game this year, and he did not play in a game last year for CMU as a sophomore. So it looks like Cabras might be coming out of the game here. Cabras slowly walking up, and it looks like a new keeper is coming in. Well, Alejandro Gonzalez is the backup keeper on the roster. However, number 30 is coming into the game. I don't have that on my roster, so see if I can get the name for you. So a new keeper into the game, Nicolo Cabras. back onto the bench for Central Methodist. What a loss there, and they've got to keep this ball away if they can. Cabras was so good. CMU able to keep the ball, trying to get it Central and not able to do so. And a whistle blows here from the center ref once again. And looks like a card could be coming out. It is. So a yellow card against Antoine Harrell. That's Harrell's first yellow card. Second yellow of the game. And right now, Jake Champion is sitting on the bench for Missouri Baptist. He is not moving. Nicolo Cabras is still standing up and moving around, but he is taking off the gloves, so it appears that he will be done. And so it looks like that's going to do it for both players. And that is a tough look for both sides, though. Champion, obviously a huge goal scorer, and Cabras, he has been electric tonight. And we'll see if Bergsvog can come in. Linus Bergsvog, the new keeper. And so some action here as Missouri Baptist tries to get a shot on goal again. They've had a few opportunities to do so, but now without Cabras in, your second team all-conference member last season and looking to make a shot at first team this year, and he's been proven himself able to do so, especially with his performance tonight. Cabras, he was able to go 7 saves, no goals allowed. And the new player, Linus Bergsvog, he's the new keeper for Central Methodist, and here's a takeaway. But there's Bergsvog. He gets his first action and able to take away an effort from Missouri Baptist. Being thrown into the spotlight here. Still tied 0-0. Central Methodist looking for a 3-game win streak, but it rests on these final 18 minutes where Missouri Baptist is looking to do some damage against CMU. Missouri Baptist looking for their first road win of the season. Looking for their second conference win of the season. Nice touch there in the middle. Pass comes back, and now Mate back out wide to Biena. Biena sending it up the field. Still looking for those passing lanes, and Missouri Baptist has been all in those lanes tonight. But a nice touch there. A shot comes from outside the penalty area. Blocked, and it goes out of bounds. So a corner kick coming up. And another corner kick here for Central Methodist. This is their 5th corner kick of the night. Yet they still have been unable to produce a shot on goal. So the ref blows the whistle, and now the corner kick getting ready. Cross comes to the backside, but it's headed out the sideline, so a throw-in for the Eagles. Cabras was over there, and he's still hobbling with his cleats on, but gloves still off, and just trying to walk around, it appears, and more so, you hope this isn't a long-lasting injury, if anything else. Central Methodist, now Medaglia on the far sideline, but called offsides. He had a ton of space in the corner. Medaglia doesn't like the call, and very frustrated running back to the defensive front. Missouri Baptist gets it to Ranny. Ranny sends it up the far sideline. Here's some space up the left. looking to put it in the middle, and down on the ground he goes. A lot of contact there, and the whistle goes against Missouri Baptist. Tahirovic had run it into nearly the goal box and had gotten around the defender, but just went through him at the last second. Gives up the ball, and CMU avoiding a shot attempt. Bergsvog still waiting for the first one to go against his way. This is Bergsvog's first action of the season in at keeper. Central Methodist working with it and going to the ground. That was some confidence right there from Antoine Harrell, because as he had went to the ground, he picked up the ball. If that had not been called a foul, it would have been a handball, and a bad one at that. But free kick coming for Central Methodist. Looks like Nilson Belander will send it up, and now into the corner, looking to cross it on the ground. It was near post, but it goes out the goal line once more, and another corner coming up for Central Methodist. Sixth corner kick of the night for Central Methodist alone. 3 corner kicks for Missouri Baptist. The Spartans have 10 shots, the Eagles 8, but 7 of the Spartan shots have been on goal compared to not a single one for Central Methodist so far. The kick comes in, and not a great one. It did not go where Biena had hoped it would. No chance for an attempt, and a few substitutions. Champion does check back into the game for Missouri Baptist, and that is great news for them. So he is back in. Adel Smolovich also comes back into the game for the Spartans. And the whistle blows as CMU tries to get the ball back as quick as they can. Trying to force a mistake out of Missouri Baptist. Haven't been able to do so far, and wide open on the near sideline. Plenty of space for Russell. Russell now sends it up the near sideline. He's got a man to receive. It's Champion. Pulls it back. Now trying to work it into the middle. Gets it behind him, and once more, Central Methodist gets it back. And now Vanderwells tries to get a little aggressive on it, but a great takeaway from the defensive side of Missouri Baptist. The Spartans now. Ooh, that was nearly an opportunity. Tahirovic was there, but stepping in and taking the ball away. CMU able to avoid a opportunity, and whistle blows once more, and here comes the center ref. Off to talk with his assistant referee. The line judge walks on over, and they time up their clocks with 13:28 to go. The center ref now going over to his other AR. Checking in with him, and now back off to the near sideline. And with 12:31 to go in the game, they will adjust the scoreboard. So 12:31 to go in the game, and there was a near minute discrepancy between the scoreboard and the referees' watches. So they checked and now have it set. 12:20 to go on the night, still tied 0-0. Certainly a nail-biter here in Fayette. The throw-in comes and headed away. This is either team's game to win, and with all the shot opportunities, you just feel like there's going to be one that hits the net over these final 12 minutes. And the kick goes out of the sideline, and CMU takes the ball back. Still 0-0, and a couple of yellow cards for both teams, but still no red cards. It is worth mentioning once again, Nicolo Cabras out of the game. He and Jake Champion got tangled up on an attempt that Cabras saved, but Champion was taken out for a little while. He returned. Cabras came out of the game, and he is yet to return and doesn't look like he will. Cabras gone, and an opportunity right off of the crossbar. Central Methodist was inches away from taking the lead. Still not out of the danger zone. Trying to find it back into the halfway point, and the header once again just misses. A couple of attempts for the Eagles, but still nothing going down. Corner kick coming up. And with all these corner kicks, Missouri Baptist has done a great job of getting it out of there. The cross comes in to the backside, and the header not able to get it on goal. The Spartans are there. Olin looking to centralize it. Header comes back in, up off the top, the header, and it's saved by the defense. What a play on the back line by the captain himself. Missouri Baptist able to keep this in their possession. They've got a 4-on-4 attempt coming up the sideline. But once again, CMU is there. That defense standing strong for now. Missouri Baptist, they keep the ball in their hands. Just under 10 minutes to go here in the game. No score so far, despite all of these opportunities. 22 shots between the two teams. None of them have found the back of the net. And now a corner kick for the Spartans. Looking to send it in. The cross comes to the near side. It's a shot that comes in, and there's Bergsvog who bats it away. But now Bergsvog is down. Oh no. Central Methodist's backup keeper is now on the ground. And the center referee over to check with him, but Bergsvog sitting back up by himself. And what a huge play that he just made to knock that one away. He's standing back up by himself and gets an ovation from the fans here at Davis Field. Bergsvog able to stay in and kicks it away, and he appears good to play. Now a kick coming up, and CMU trying to take it away. They're able to get possession of it, but nobody to really pass to. Biena, long pass over to Suarez. Suarez is there, but taps it to the foot of Missouri Baptist. Spartans not able to maintain control, and substitution as Shimol will come into the game. Key forward for the Eagles in the last couple minutes of the game takes out Milton Olin. 8:30 to go on the night. Now the cross puts it back in the middle of the field, but not enough to get a shot off again. Another long pass comes. This time a header to the outside. Nobody was there at the moment, but eventually Medaglia finds his way. tries to go to the outside, now comes back in and goes to the ground. Russell, who kicks it out. And a corner kick